What's up, YouTube? This is Too Raw for TV, and I have a huge update to announce in this whole scandal involving the NBA and the illegal gambling investigation that the FBI is conducting, which has led to the arrest of some 30-something people, including NBA head coach, at least I think he's still the head coach of the Portland Trail Blazers, Chauncey Billups, NBA player Terry Rozier, former NBA player Damon Jones, and many others implicated or connected to this situation, including, although he's not named as a person of interest, LeBron James is even connected to this situation. So now it's coming out that Congress wants to hear from NBA Commissioner Adam Silver. They want him to testify and give his account of what's going on in the NBA as far as this scandal is concerned. So I'm reading from SI.com. And the House Committee on Energy and Commerce issued a letter to NBA Commissioner David Stern on Friday, requesting a briefing from the league head no later than October 31st. The letter, which was signed by Chairman Brett Guthrie, as well as 5 other bipartisan representatives, is seeking to gain more details about the alleged fraud that led to the arrest of Portland Trail Blazers head coach Chauncey Billups, head guard Terry Rozier, and former NBA player and coach Damon Jones. Specifically, the committee is hoping to gain an understanding of details about the fraudulent, illegal, and alleged betting practices in connection with NBA players, coaches, and officials, actions the NBA plans to take to curb disclosure of non-public information, any gaps in the NBA code of conduct that allows fraud to occur, and whether or not the league is reevaluating partnerships with sports books. Thursday's shocking arrest of Rozier, Billups, Jones, and more than 30 other individuals in a 2-pronged illegal gambling probe has rocked the NBA in its opening week of action. The unsealed indictments appear to be just beginning of the league's headache. There'll be a lot of work to be done moving forward to ensure the integrity of the games is upheld. And, we really hadn't heard much from Adam Silver recently since this whole thing exploded. He appeared to give a rambling answer to a question in regards to this scandal. And you could tell that he is definitely feeling the pressure right now. He's looking, he's not in a good place right now. You can just tell by the way that he answered this question.
And Terry Rozier was allowed to keep playing after an NBA investigation ruled that there was no NBA rules violated. What do you make of that decision now amid the FBI's allegations against him?
So what happened was, because bets were placed through legalized legal betting companies, they picked up aberrational behavior around a particular game in March of 23. And so that was brought to our attention by the regulators and the betting companies. We then looked into that situation and were very transparent about it. And while there was that aberrational betting, we frankly couldn't find anything. Terry at the time cooperated. He gave the league office his phone. He sat down for an interview. And we ultimately concluded that there was insufficient evidence, despite that aberrational behavior, to move forward. We then worked directly with the law enforcement, as they said at the press conference, that the league has been cooperating. And so that was obviously over 2 years ago. So the federal government has subpoena power, can threaten to put people in jail, can do all kinds of things that a league office can't do. So we've been working with them since then. And of course, what they announced yesterday was an indictment. So 2.5 years later, he still hasn't been convicted of anything, in fairness to Terry. Obviously, it doesn't look good, but he's now been put on administrative leave. And so there's a balance here of protecting people's rights and investigating. And as I said, we've been working with the government, and they have extraordinary powers that a league office doesn't have.
I heard a lot of distancing himself and the NBA from Terry Rozier. We just weren't able to find anything at that time. And so if the FBI, who will not pull an indictment on somebody unless they have a case that they are 100% sure on. I mean, the feds have a 99 point, last I checked, 99.7, 99.8% conviction rate. So you better believe if they're going to press charges against you, there's overwhelming evidence. So this ain't like some, let's look for the crumbs under the rug type situation. They have what they feel is sufficient, more than sufficient evidence to convict Terry Rozier. How did the league miss that? How did they miss that? Also, and there's something else I'm going to talk about a little later on. There have been warnings for years about corruption within the NBA. And there have been things that we've been seeing for a long time. Like even when you watch certain games, you get a sense that there's something off with some games, right? We all see it. We all talk about it. But we just have accepted it. We have, over time, accepted, honestly, what is most likely have been unethical and, honestly, illegal sports gambling, insider betting going on. I think it involves, well, I don't want to make any out there allegations, but I've always suspected there's something going on with referees. I can't prove it, but I've always suspected that, And look, have the NBA always been squeaky clean? No. But it definitely has deepened under Adam Silver, and I'm starting to think that he might be out of here soon. But anyway, tell me what you guys think.